Most people moving to Central Florida completely overlook Volusia County. And honestly, that's exactly why it might be one of the biggest opportunities in 2026. Because here's what most people don't realize. You can get beach access, lower home prices, and less congestion, all within reach of Orlando. But, and this is important, it's not for everyone. So in this video, we're breaking down real home prices, best cities to live in, commute times, and the mistakes that cost people the most. If we haven't met, we're the Todd Schroth home selling team, brokered by eXp Realty. We've helped over 2,000 families make the move to Central Florida. Let's make sure you get it right. Volusia County sits just northeast of Orlando along Florida's Atlantic coast. And on paper, it doesn't look that far. But here's where people get it wrong. They underestimate the commute. Key areas you'll hear about: Daytona Beach, New Smyrna Beach, Port Orange, DeLand, Ormond Beach. Now here's the reality. New Smyrna to Orlando, about 60 to 70 minutes. Daytona to Orlando, about 60 minutes. DeLand, closer to 45 to 55 minutes. And to the airport, you're looking at about an hour to an hour and 10 minutes, depending on where you are. So here's the trade-off you need to understand. You're trading commute time for lifestyle. And for a lot of people, that trade is 100% worth it. For others, it becomes a daily frustration. Let's talk real numbers, because this is where Volusia really stands out. Right now in early 2026, most of Volusia County is sitting around $330,000 to $375,000. But here's where it shifts. If you want that beach lifestyle, like New Smyrna, you're jumping into the $650 to $750K range. And the closer you get to the water, the higher that goes. Daytona Beach gives you a more affordable entry point, typically $480 to $550. And then DeLand sits right in that middle ground, around $300,000 to $375,000, with more space and a quieter feel. Now compare that to Orlando. Most areas there are sitting between $400,000 to $550,000. So you're looking at similar price ranges, but completely different lifestyles depending on where you land. And here's what's happening in the market right now. Inventory is starting to rise across Central Florida, including Volusia. So what does that mean? Homes are sitting a little longer. We're seeing about 30 to 60 days in some areas. Buyers have more negotiating power than they did a year ago, and pricing strategy matters more than ever. Here's the opportunity window right now. Well-priced homes are still moving, but overpriced homes, they're sitting, and they're starting to chase the market down. This is where Volusia really separates itself, because you're not just choosing a home, you're choosing between two completely different lifestyles. On the coast, New Smyrna, Daytona Beach shores, you've got drive-on beaches, surf culture, waterfront dining, boating, fishing. It literally feels like you're on vacation year-round. But go just a little inland, DeLand, Port Orange. Now you get more space, quieter neighborhoods, stronger community feel, and typically lower insurance costs. Here's the mistake most buyers make. They pick based on price, not lifestyle. And that's where regret starts to creep in. Volusia County Schools serves the area. Some of the more recognized schools include Spruce Creek High in Port Orange, DeLand High School, New Smyrna Beach High. You also have charter and private options throughout the county. And for higher education, Embry-Riddle, one of the top aviation schools in the world, Stetson University, highly respected private college. For most families we work with, Port Orange and DeLand tend to be the top choices based on schools plus overall feel. This is another reason people are looking here. Compared to Orlando, home prices lower, taxes still reasonable, no state income tax. But here's what people miss. If you're closer to the coast, insurance costs can be higher. Flood zones can come into play. Go inland, lower insurance, more predictable monthly costs. So the smart move is balancing lifestyle with long-term cost. Here's the quick breakdown. Pros: beach access without Miami pricing. More affordable than Orlando. Laid-back lifestyle. Still growing, but not overbuilt. Cons: longer commute, some tourist-heavy areas, storm plus insurance considerations, less nightlife versus Orlando. So again, it comes down to fit. Volusia makes the most sense if you are working remote or hybrid, want more value for your money, want beach lifestyle without South Florida prices, thinking long-term as this area continues to grow. But it's not ideal if you need to be in Orlando every day, you want luxury everywhere, you prioritize nightlife over lifestyle. The biggest mistake we see? People choosing based on price alone. Because once you live here, your lifestyle, your commute, your insurance, that becomes becomes your everyday reality, and that decision matters more than anything. If you're thinking about moving to Volusia County or anywhere in Central Florida, we've put together a free buyer guide to help you plan this the right way. And if you want to talk through your situation, schedule a quick call with us. We'll map out the best areas based on your goals. Comment Volusia if this is on your radar. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.